tea live. Okay, so one, I'm fixing this bead up here. I've done some of this, as you can probably tell. The bright areas here are what are done, and the dull kind of areas are where it's not done. I've done to this corner here. I've cut around stitch. So I do the outside first and then do stitch. So I'm working on this area next. So this is how I do it. I just the upside down. I don't know which way is the right way for this, I guess. Sorry, I gotta switch hands. Oh, I guess it's fine. It's fine, it's fine. Cutting around this whole entire section. So that way, all that's left is stitch. I'm gonna I hate plastic. It's fine. That is over here. So I got color by color. So as you can, I don't know if you can see. I'm gonna see if I can get closer. I got a bunch of V's and 7s, which are 7 and 17. So I set it all up in this little container from 1 to 22. So now we're gonna do the V's first. So we need 17, which is this one. Just a little bit. A little bit at a time. We'll work from up here and then work our way down. No. Oh, word. So how are you guys doing today? Good? That's good. I started this diamond art yesterday, and this is the progress I got done on it. It's a lot of progress. I love this diamond art because Stitch is my favorite. We got this one from Amazon. It's where we get most of our diamond arts. And they're really cool though. Trying to figure out where is and where's not sticky. So down to here, certain areas are not sticky. Okay, if I'm being honest, this did not come in this kit. It was a pink one, kind of like this, and had a 3-placer. But this one, I like this one a lot better. This one was from another diamond art kit. These ones are also circles. I think the last one I did was squares, or it was also circles. There is a difference between circles and squares. Squares are a little shinier, I think, is what it is. And the bigger your diamond art is, the more details they can hold. And circles are pretty shiny too. Also, squares take up the entire little box, where circles, you can see the background and the back just a little bit. I kind of like both circles and squares. It's random, but that was just a random topic. I was doing this and then I realized that. Okay, so that's not sticky. That entire line is not sticky, and I'll do it when I get to stitch. So when I get this area done, we'll start from the bottom of the ear and work our way up. Right there. Yeah, that entire line's not sticky. Because that's where the plastic is. Also, that's dumb. Are you serious? That's not sticky either. This tray wasn't in this kit either. It was a little green one. This big one was from the last one. The last one I did was the Wizard of Oz, and it was a circle. That's where all this one's from. I like the bigger trays because they hold more beads. That's also very random. Also, fun fact, the papers for getting accepted to college, for me, they came in today. And so we're all set up, and we'll be going to college, me and Kansas together. Both our papers came in today. But we'll both be going to college the 30th of August. It's when classes start. We're going to be on campus in a dorm. They're called dorms. I just filled the paperwork out for that today. They don't tell you when you get put into your dorms yet. But we had to sign paperwork first. Kansas can't actually sign hers until her 18th birthday. And she'll be 18 in 3 days. But since I'm 19, I could just sign the papers. You could have your parents sign the dorm papers, but Cam wanted to do it herself. And she's only a few days away from it. So there's that information for people who are following me and actually listening to me talk about that. I've actually been talking about college a lot. It's very exciting. It's actually setting in that it's a real thing now. And me and Ken got accepted into the same place, which I find super cool. But we're going for 2 totally different majors. She's going in for a round of biology so she can be an allergy immunologist. I'm going in for elementary teaching. That's the major I'm going for. Because I want to teach school to little kids. Funny thing is my mom homeschools us, and I help her with Cephi. Teach Cephi. And I think that's fun. It's good practice. Cephi's 4, by the way, for anyone wondering. So I sit there and I help Cephi with her school. It's mostly from the book. Just trying to get her to follow instructions is the hard part. Kids don't like following instructions. But it's fun. It's good practice good practice. Here's a funny thing that happened. When we found out we got accepted into college, we figured it out the other day because it's all online. So, Steffi, we told Steffi, she's 4. She doesn't really understand, but we told her we got accepted to college, and she said we could take her and put her in a box, so we could take her with us, which is not happening. We're not putting her in a box. Don't worry about it. But no, we're super excited. Me and Can actually applied for our first job today too, so that's fun. I don't know what else to talk about. Mine is how excited I am for college. It's very exciting. So with that comes with towards August, there probably won't be as many videos because I'm going to be getting ready for college. I can foresee my schedule changing very much. What's all the V's that are not covered in plastic? Now we're going to do the 7s, which are 7. I'm going to start from down here. Oh, here's a random question. I can't stand being quiet for a very long time. I usually have shows playing in the back, but what is your guys' favorite show to binge watch? At the moment, I'm binge watching someone play a game, so technically it's not a show. I've been watching people play at dead of night. I love that game. The stories, basically, you're in this hotel, and this crazy guy, well, he's not crazy, but psychopathic serial killer. Technically crazy. But runs this hotel, and he traps you and your friends in. He captures your friends, and you have to go around, talk to ghosts, figure out his story and why he's the way he is. And you gotta free your friends after you figure out the dark past of the hotel. And some of the stories they're kind of sad, and not kind of, really sad. You should definitely go watch someone play the game. I watched 8-Bit Ryan, that's his name, play it. I originally watched Markiplier do his first episode. He has 2 episodes out now. And I was all like, I need to finish watching this. I was doing my Wizard of Oz diamond painting. And so I was like, I need to find someone playing the game. And so I watched him play it. A couple of the stories are sad if you're very sensitive to the topic of death or someone doing death to oneself. It's the only way I'm allowed to explain it. You're not gonna really like it. Basically, might as well just say it. There's suicidal themes in there for one character. Oh, the other one technically does the same thing, but no. And then there's alcohol use. So if you're sensitive to topics like that, you probably shouldn't watch it. I think there's flashing lights in the game, so if you don't do flashing lights, it's probably not the game for you to watch either. But also, if you don't like anything scary with jump scares, it's not for you. But my sister can. She hates jump scares. I have to move. My leg is numb. So, I'll put you guys over here so you can see me while I do this. But, I need to move it so I can move that to move my leg. My leg is numb. So, I will put you guys back over here. You guys will be able to see me anyway. Now I gotta fix it. Oh, you set up a station and it doesn't want to stay up. Okay. Fix that. So, what was I saying? My sister Ken hates scary games. And she sat there and watched it. She screamed a bunch of times. But she overall thought the game was okay. She's not big on the death, but who really is? So that was the one part of the game she did not like. And she got very irritated, per se, towards the end. But, you know. She thought it was an okay game, though. So, yeah. That's what I binge watched. So, I've already done so. I've been watching a bunch of people play the game, though. For some reason, I don't get bored of scary games easily. I could watch them over and over again. I don't know why. I could. Also, there's hints of talking about abuse in that game. That's a big thing. So if you're not into those topics, who really is? But if you're very, very sensitive to those topics, don't watch someone play that game. I had to throw that out there, but I love that game. I've seen it a couple times. I watched it once by myself by 8-Bit Ryan, and then I watched it again with my sister and mom. Now we're going to work on the 6s. I don't see very many of those. So we're just going to put a little bit in there. And there's not very, very many.
Ruby? Do you want to put slime?
Where'd you get slime?
Mom. There's two colors. I'm trying to make them together.
Why mix them together? This is more like putty.
Yeah, that way it is. Buddy and Ed. I love it.
What are you going to do with it?
To play with it.
Why would you mix them together?
Because they come together.
I think they're cute all by themselves. Wait, let me see yours.
I want you like a time Rudy. Do you like them?
Yeah.
Better than the slime that Nan bought.
It said it was slime.
And it said this is Buddy.
There you go.
It looks the same.
Well, one is just transparent. That's the only difference.
My pants are flowing. And if you were wondering where my awards are, they're in the closet.
Your what?
My awards for my pillow.
Drawers. I thought you said awards. I was like,
Oh.
You don't have
I see
any.
you in double time.
What was V again? 17? I missed them. No, we have 1-4. What's this one? So I'm just going to open the jar and pull one out. Jupe. Next are M's. I don't know if I've had any. Oh, I've had a couple up here. No, I can't see. 12. That's right. There's no stick there. I like to do all the blues and then do the whitish yellows. They're like creamish colors. They're not exactly white, but they're not yellow per se. The flowers. There's another 4. 2 4s. Okay. It's now P, which is 19. I missed an M. So here's a question. Have any of you ever done diamond art before? And if so, were you a fan of it? I know when we first started doing diamond painting, one of Mom's friends told her it was something cool she could do towards the beginning of quarantine. And we were like, yeah, let's try it. So we tried it. Turned out we really love diamond art or diamond painting. Either way, it's the same thing. But we found it super fun and we've done it ever since. So we've been doing diamond art the past year. So that brought forth my question of any of you done diamond art before? I'll be honest, I love diamond art. Mine is puzzles. It's one of my favorite things to do. I haven't done puzzles in a little bit. I'll be honest. But I got really annoyed with the buttons puzzle because I can't find the go together. I know it's a rainbow, but the shades of red are different. I could go back to the video I started. I don't even know if that one's up. Seriously. None of that is sticky. Because I didn't take the plastic off for that. And I was like, I'll remember. I did not. Making sure that area's sticky before I start trying to put beads on it. Almost done with these ones. And then we can start on Stitch himself.
Somebody do this solid and clean up the schoolroom and the kitchen. Oh.
I got the border done. Live streaming diamond art.
What?
Live streaming me doing diamond art.
I can't hear you.
Live streaming myself doing diamond art.
Can you come here?
Yeah, let me mute this for a minute. My mom needed me to pick up the bathroom. Okay. Where to start, honestly, on Stitch? Do you like this here? Or this side? That's the question. We'll go here. Little section at a time. Okay. Good enough. I want to start with E. E is 18. I don't know how many to put in there. It's not a lot of E's. And part of them aren't even on plastic. Stop sticking together. Okay. Just do this. This is going to look so cute when he's done. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but Stitch is my favorite character from Lilo and Stitch. Of all the characters that are in that show and movie, the movies, the shows, Stitch is my favorite. Steffi's favorite character is Lilo, and I think it's so cute. She loves Lilo, I love Stitch. Nessa likes Nani. Nani? Is that how you pronounce it? I think it is. Which is Lilo's older sister / guardian. The movie, I'm gonna lay a lot of spoilers. Is about a little girl and her older sister. Her older sister takes care of her because you learn later in the movie that their parents died after driving in a storm, and it was a car crash, I think. It's been a little bit since I watched the movie. By a little bit, I mean a couple months ago. And so Nani had to take responsibility for her sister and take care of her. And then she meets Stitch, which is an alien. Oh, what is it? He's an experiment of Jumbo. It's pronounced one way or another. But, and he's supposed to get exiled to another planet. And he goes to Earth after he escapes his little room that they put him in the beginning of the movie. And he gets put into a dog pound because they thought he was a dog. He got run over by a pack of trucks. And they thought he was a dog, so they brought him to the animal shelter. Happens to be adoption day, so Nani brings Lilo to the dog pound to get a dog. And she picks Stitch out of all the other cute dogs that are there. She picks Stitch because he's super cute and he can talk. Which, he tries to talk to them, and then the store owner freaks out because they thought he was dead. And then she gets to take him home after they adopt him, which took a little bit of convincing by Lilo, convincing her sister to get the dog or get Stitch, the alien. And then Jumba, it's Jumba, and Pleakley, which is another alien, but more of a scientist, try to bring him back. Stitch. It's the only way for Jumba to get out of jail. Yeah, Jumba gets put in alien jail because he makes the Experiment 66, Stitch, illegally. And that's just what they had to do, to bring him back. But they don't. And towards the end of the movie, they let Stitch stay with Lilo. I took out a lot of other information. You should definitely go watch the movie. The movie's awesome. Most people that I know don't really like Lilo and Stitch. I love Lilo and Stitch. My mom's not the biggest fan of Lilo and Stitch though. My dad's okay with it. He falls asleep to it though. So I don't know if that's liking it or being boring and he falls asleep. But you know. Kansas isn't, I don't think she's the biggest fan of it. May's all like, it's whatever, it's a movie. But May's not a big fan of watching movies more than once, and Steffi loves watching Lilo and Stitch over and over. She also loves Dumbo. But, Elizabeth's all like, it's a boring movie. Nessa, aka Ainsley's all like, whatever. I don't even care. And I happen to love the movie. I'm not the biggest fan of the second one. It's not bad. I prefer to watch the first one. I like originals. I'm trying to figure out where the plastic ends and the... It's fine. Okay, now I know where it is. Can we just put these down? There we go. Oh, here's another random show. Have any of you seen the Sponge Out of Water movie? I think it's the one I'm thinking of. And Plankton and SpongeBob work together because Plankton is accused of stealing the formula, of which he didn't do this time, surprisingly. But he's accused. We're doing A. A is red. And 21. So SpongeBob tries to help them see that Plankton didn't do it. And they meet this dolphin who rules the world. Okay? You know what his name is? His name is Bubbles. That is Nessa's favorite character. For the fact his name is Bubbles. She loves bubbles, like literal bubbles. And that's why Bubbles is her favorite character, because it's her favorite thing. Actual bubbles. So because he's named after her favorite thing, that's her favorite character. I thought of that. I also found Bubbles to be a very funny name. Because in Lilo and Stitch, the caseworker guy, I think that's what he is. He's like a caseworker. His name is Bubbles. And I found that super funny too. Okay. That's good. Now we need force. Probably not going to need that many, but I might. You're back. Baby's close to the door, Mom, and there was a sock stuck in it. Side out, Mom, for a second. Here we go. Oh, no. Wait. Okay, this too is not sticky. And these, oh no, it's sticky except this 6 and this R. Okay, so we're putting the 4s up. K's. K's are 13. 12, 13. That's too far. X is 15, might as well do that one right here. Something X is either. There are F's. I thought one of these pinks E's were an F. So I was all like, an F? No, there's no F's, but there is an F. The F is blue. These are X's though. There's F. 16. The F's are a little harder to see. It's also H's mixed in here. And H's are 10. Yeah, that area is not even sticky. H's are 10. There's not very many of those. It's off by 1. Okay. 9s are 9, right? Yeah. And there's 1, 1. So within this section here. The ones are mostly up in this area. Oh no, right up here too. No, this. I got some 2s that need to blacks here, even though the tub looks almost completely full. There are not very many except for in the eye region and a little bit of shading, and then his eyebrow here in his mouth. And the little shading that's on his arms. Other than that, it's not a lot of black. I have dealt with Diamondites that have had a substantial amount of black. I was working on this one diamond painting that got destroyed. Not fun. That's what's not fun, is when they get destroyed. And there was 4 or 5 bags of blacks, and it was like the art was this size, and then like all of this except for this one area here was all black. I think it might have been a little bigger than this. Also, I have Marilyn Monroe that's over there that's huge, and it's full of blacks and browns. S is 14, but might as well do 7 first. There's not very many of those. There's 2 6s. One here and one here. These are 17. There's a little bit of those. There's not very many, but there's not too much. Does that make sense? These are 14. These are 17. That red one came from here. No? This is too dark red. It doesn't even belong here. Okay. They're different shades of blue. I love it. M's. Or 12, right? Yes. All right. That's what we got done in this little period of time. It looks so cute. All right. I'm going to call that good for now. Almost an hour. This is pretty good progress for an hour. Okay. So I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.